Alright, y'all. Over here at Keek. K-I-K. But it's also California salt products. I'm on time. My appointment was at 1 o'clock. But he's 4 ahead of me. So it's gonna be a little while. So I'm just gonna go off duty, probably go in the sleeper, and sit here till midnight, because that's all I'm gonna be able to do. Cause my 14's running out. I get some time back tonight, but it ain't gonna be there till midnight. So a lot of this trip is gonna be night riding, I reckon, but that'll be all right. But all right, I'll see y'all here shortly. Well, we up here on Highway 30, coming into Cokeville, Wyoming. I think I was supposed to have went across 80 through Willard, Utah, and all that, because Willard is where my fuel's, you know, where I was supposed to have gotten fuel. But I'd rather come up through here. That way I miss all that damn shit over there. Come out up here on 15, you know, just south of Pocatello, and from there get on 86 and go straight across. I ain't got but 2 hours and 42 minutes left on my 70. I ran out of my 70 last night at Laramie, Wyoming. I didn't get but 8 hours or something, around 8 hours back at midnight last night, so. But I'm getting 10 hours and I think 21 or 22 minutes back tonight. So that'll give me some time to get on over there to Hermiston tomorrow. Or in the morning. And then I won't get no more time back till midnight tomorrow night, so I don't know what they're gonna do about loads and stuff. Man, that Flying J back there that we just passed, as far as I know, that's the only one I know of that closes at night. That Flying J don't stay open all night. You can get fuel all night, but you can't, the store closes, I think 10, 11 o'clock. So if you go in there after that, it don't open back up till about 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't know of any more like that around that close like that at night. Flying J's, Loves, anything like that. That's the only one that I know of in this part of the country that closes at night. Now there might be some somewhere else in the country, but I don't know. Well, it's been a pretty day all day today. Down through here, and I've come down through here before and it wasn't nothing but whiteout. Colder and shit. I spent the night back there at that Flying J. And that blue Peterbilt for Dixie that I used to drive. Spent the night there and it was -12. And the blower and the sleeper didn't work. So the only heat I had was out here in the cab. Oh, you talk about cold, boy. It was fine while I was parked. But when I got up that next morning and started rolling down the road, man, I had to have a couple jackets on because that damn heat just wasn't hot enough to keep the truck warm. But that same trip, I stopped down there in Florida at the Peterbilt, just right down there around Tallahassee. And my boss man told me I could stop by there and buy a blower. So I stopped by there and bought that blower and put it in. Shit, all good then. But yeah, I ain't got but like I said, I ain't got but about 2.5 hours. I got 2 hours and 37 minutes left, so I'm gonna get over here to McCammon, Idaho, to Flying J. Right there where 30 comes out on 15, about 20 miles south of Pocatello. And I'm just gonna spend the night right there tonight, or this evening, or the rest of the day. And then I'm gonna try to get some sleep this afternoon if I can. That way I can leave there at midnight, get on over to Hermiston first thing in the morning. Because I can drop at Hermiston anytime between midnight tonight and midnight tomorrow night. So I'm gonna try to get on over as early as I can, but it really don't make a shit when I get over there, because by the time I get over there I ain't gonna have but unless I go pick up something close, which close to Hermiston, which I don't think I will, because they ain't, well, I don't know about dry van, but I know on reefer they ain't nothing around Hermiston to pick up except for onions. But hey, I can haul onions in here. They can give me a load of onions and going right back down to Florida. It won't hurt nothing to put a load of onions on this damn in his dry van. Well, the only thing about this dry van is there won't be any ventilation. There ain't no door on the front of it or the back of it. You know, one of them little small doors to open up and let the air flow through there. So I don't know, they might not want to load it because of that. But yeah, if they don't find me nothing close around Hermiston to pick up, I ain't gonna be able to pick up till after midnight tomorrow night. Well, I guess what I could do is just, if I can't go to sleep this afternoon, then I'll just stay up, and at midnight I'll go ahead and head to Hermiston and sleep tomorrow, I guess, and just tell them to pick me up, just tell them to find me something I can load tomorrow night somewhere, if there is anything. And that way I can just run tomorrow night. But I don't know, we'll figure it out. But like I said, hell, I ain't never pulled a dry van, so I don't know what in the hell, I don't know what there is to load a dry van up here. I ain't never been up here one. Everything I've ever been up here with was reefer or the only things I've been up here with is reefer and flatbed. So. I know it's pretty country around here. I got plenty of time to make it to my cabin. There just ain't nothing past there. There ain't nothing around Pocatello except for a little gas station that's got a few truck parking. But once you get on 86, I think there's one little place outside Pocatello on 86. But everything past there ain't nothing all the way to what is that, Hayburn, Idaho, over there just past the 84 and 86 split, past the scales, that Love's truck stop right there. That's the only thing, that's really the only thing between Pocatello and over there. So there's a rest area in American Falls, but Idaho. Alright, y'all, I'll see y'all in a minute. It's another pretty little town here, Lava Hot Springs. Right up here, almost the end of 30. Pretty place to live here, Will. Oh shit. Well, you can't see nothing. I don't want to touch the thing while I'm driving, but they got some kind of little festival going on over here to the left. I need to start putting this thing on my hat more. Not doing all that, not backing up and all that kind of stuff, but just for little places like this where I can turn my head or turn my hat anyway, and you can see a little bit more. Because I got a hat clip. Matter of fact, well, it's on the hat clip right now. That's what it's stuck up on the visor with. I have 10 miles from my cabin. I'll have about an hour left on my clock, on my 70 hour when I get there. So I'm just gonna stay right there till tonight, because it ain't gonna be, with an hour left, there ain't gonna be no point in going nowhere, because there ain't gonna be nowhere to stop, except for a couple little rat holes, and I don't give a damn about staying there, stopping there. So. Yeah, we'll get back with you. Yeah, we're coming into, fixing to pull into the Flying J here. 15, you can go north to Pocatello, go south to Salt Lake. Get out here and find us a spot where we ain't gonna get blocked in tonight. Because I plan on getting out of here about midnight. Right there between that cat scale and that grain truck. Man, over the years, I spent many a night here. I spent many a weekend here too. I really wished I'd have had this YouTube channel back years ago. Because I set up here one weekend back with Larry Jones. And those spots right straight in front of us right there where the cones are, that didn't used to be paid parking. That used to have been just regular parking. And I sat over there one weekend in a flat top Western Star. Wound up taking most of the dash out of that son gun, hooking up lights and stuff, and all that shit. And trying to find a rattle. There was a rattle behind that dash, and I couldn't find that son gun nowhere. And I took the dash out, or not out, but I took the front of it off, and there was some kind of box thing up in there. I think it had to do with the tracker and all that kind of stuff. But it had 3 screws holding it on, and all 3 of them was loose. And that sucker was sitting there and just rattle and rattle and rattle all day long. And shit, I tightened that sucker up, and while I was back there, I went ahead and run me some red and black wire, hooked me some floor lights up, and I hooked them to my dash light dimmer switch. That way I could dim them and brighten them when I wanted to. But alright, y'all, I'm gonna be here till midnight, so I'll see y'all. Might see y'all a little bit tonight, but definitely see y'all tomorrow. Well, we in Boise, and y'all remember with Dixie, I brought that load, flatbed load up here. There wasn't nothing but a big ass field out there. Now look at it. I don't know what it's gonna be, but it's all kind of shit. I ain't holding the camera. I got it up on the sun visor. Yeah, I didn't get started as early as I said I was last night. And the reason for it is because when I get over here to Hermiston, I ain't gonna have but just a few hours left to play with. So my fleet manager just told me, or he asked me if I thought it'd be better just to set my PTA for in the morning instead of today. That way I can get some go load somewhere. So I told him, yeah, that'd be fine with me. So since my PTA wasn't gonna be, since I wasn't gonna get a load today, and I've got until midnight to get this dropped off, I didn't see no sense in leaving at midnight last night. Because the only thing that would have done was I'd have got over here, got dropped off, and still wouldn't have no time. I'd had to go to a truck stop and wait till in the morning to go load anyway. And plus, I didn't sleep yesterday evening because I slept all night before last. So the only thing, I mean, I could have come on over here last night, but hell, the only thing that would have done was caused me to drive when I was tired as hell for no reason. Now, if I'd had plenty of time to get over here and go pick up another load, I'd have come on over here last night. But since I'm not loading till tomorrow, you know, I didn't see no sense in driving, you know, staying up all day and then driving all night just to get over here to sit all day, you know. So I didn't leave till about, I guess it was about 5:30 this morning when I left my cabin. And I ain't but 249 miles away, so I'll get there. Well, I don't even know what time it is. I'll get there about 2:30 or 3 o'clock and still have time to get over to the truck stop, you know, and get a parking spot. What is this motherfucker doing? God damn. Doing 55 miles an hour in the middle lane. Sitting up in there playing with his phone. But yeah, that's the reason why I didn't start till this morning. Because there wasn't no need in it. My fleet manager, he's fixing to start routing me towards the terminal so I can get this damn physical done. Damn, it's sharp right there. I gotta get this physical done, so get my medical card, get a new medical card. And the way they got the physical set up now, I just found out, when I get a new medical card, I don't have to take it down to my DMV and all that and have it put on my license. They do that themselves. So when they give me a new physical, new medical card, they send it to your home state now and do it that way. And I think that's I think they said that was a law now. That's what companies have to do. The doctor that gives you your physical and gives you a new medical card has to send it, I think, to the FMCSA, and then the FMCSA will send it to your home state, DMV, and all that. So, works for me. Alright, I'll holler at y'all here shortly. 171 miles left, so we're doing good. This is the only scale I've had to come in since I left Denver. Idaho and, well, I didn't cross any scales. Well, the scales in Wyoming was closed. Fort Collins, Colorado on the northbound side was closed. And, all the Idaho scales gave me a bypass, so. I'm gonna follow this truck here because that overside liable to be there in a minute. Truck right there to the left, sharp as hell. That's one of them new, what are they, 589? Damn, let's go here, tight. $31,000 on the drives and $24,000 on the trailer. Alright, see y'all shortly. Alright, y'all. We out here at the Flying J at La Grande, Oregon. Had to stop out here and take a 30-minute break real quick. ain't but 79 miles from where I'm going. Man, back in the early 90s, me and my mom was on the truck with my dad, and it was my mom and me and my dad in his truck, my cousin Blue Streak in his truck, Wild Man in his truck, and Yard Dog and Kitten in their truck. And we was they all stopped. We loaded apples up there in Washington, or somewhere over there. I can't remember. But they all stopped here. Decided to stop here one night, or one evening, one night, to take about a couple hour nap. You know, this was back in the 90s. Hell, everybody run paper logs back then, and they stopped to take a couple hour nap. Well, everybody got to sleep. Woke up a couple hours later. And we wound up being snowed in here for 3 days. That used to be a restaurant right there. I was the only kid here. So every driver in there, my pockets were slam ass full of quarters. They had a damn a Super Mario Brothers game in there, you know, 25 cents. Man, I played that shit for, they made money off my ass with that machine. Yard Dog, they used to have the ice cream machine in there by the door. And Yard Dog would in 3 days he wound up eating every damn all the ice cream out of that thing. And shortly after that they moved it. Moved it somewhere else. But yeah, they all wanted beer. But this truck stop here didn't sell beer. So it took them damn near a whole day to find somebody, a cab company around here that had a 4-wheel drive that could come over here, pick one of them up, and take them on into town. You know, down the road to town to a store down there that sold beer. Took them all day to find somebody. They finally found somebody, and they come over here in a 4-wheel drive Bronco or a Blazer or something, and picked up one of them. I can't remember who went. It wasn't my dad. It wasn't my cousin Blue Streak. It had to have been Wild Man. But everybody gave him the money to go over there to get some beer and all. This motherfucker goes over there and only gets a 6-pack. Only gets a damn 6-pack for everybody. Boy, when he finally got back here, everybody was pissed. Oh man. My dad wasn't no drinker when he was out here on the road, but he really wasn't one at home, so, you know, just every now and then, like on Sundays, if he was home, he'd cook out on the grill and watch the NASCAR race and drink him a few then, but he really didn't drink all that much. But my cousin Blue Streak, oh man, he'd throw him back. And he was the main one that wanted beer. Boy, he was pissed when Wild Man got back and only had a 6-pack. Oh man. But yeah, I'm out here, like I said, LeGrand, Oregon. I'm just flying J out here. I'm just taking a 30-minute break. I ain't but about 80 miles, 79 miles from Hermiston where I'm going, and then I'm gonna drop this off and go to the truck stop and wait on my next load. I ain't gonna load till in the morning because I ain't gonna have no hours. But all right, y'all, I'll get back with you. We're coming down Cabbage. There's Pendleton way out there. Here is a pain in the ass when it's ice covered. It's a pain in the ass when you're sitting on it broke down all day long too. Y'all ever can't find your truck, check one of them ramps right there, because those are for runaways. Picking up in Washington going to Illinois. I can't remember where it's picking up in Washington or where it's going in Illinois, but I did glance at the message while I was doing my 30-minute break. Alright, y'all. Just got hooked up to our trailer. The tires look good. Yep. Good and clean. Had a strap in there. Alright. Dropped our loaded trailer over there in lot H1, I think it was. Kind of up there in the very front corner. But alright, that'll do it for this one. I'm supposed to go over to Ward in Washington, picking up something. Going to I think it said Ashland, Illinois, to General Mills over there. So I'll see y'all on that one. I'm gonna be over there Monday. So I'll holler at y'all then, man. Y'all take it easy.